YouTube. I got my little mixed cousin with me. She ain't mixed, she's all the way white. Man, I guess everybody get ready to play this motherfucking Powerball. I'm on my way to get a motherfucking haircut. Like, look at this line on the motherfucking map, dog. That is fucking ridiculous. All for Powerball tickets. Get you something to drink right now. Yeah. How to do it? Hey, y'all got y'all one of these soda machines where y'all from? They say they got over 100 different flavors of anything that you want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We at the Mapco, the first stop. I gotta get gas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Since that line is so ridiculously long over there, what I do is I cheat and come over here and get my shit. So, Red Bull, of course. Hey, how you doing? Just fine. Hold on one second. Yeah, we just got gas and whatnot. KK just did my little cousin makeup. She looked like a grown-ass woman. I got two other kids in the car with me. They so ornery that they didn't get out and pump the gas for me. See how ornery little kids do, you know, these days? And whatnot. They just sitting there just looking all handsome. But let me do the greeting for today. Welcome all new subscribers. And hello to everybody that has been rocking with us since day one. And also, hello to my secret of Mars. Sorry I'm not drunk right now and whatnot. So, yeah, how's everybody doing? Like I said, I'm on my way to go get a haircut. Now it's time to go ahead and shake this shit up. So y'all gonna see how I look here in the next couple of minutes and whatnot. Oh, man. Well, yeah, I got something I want to talk to y'all about in a few minutes when I get in the car. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. Let me pump this gas right quick. Well, I done finally made it to the barbershop and whatnot. Sit back smoking me a cigarette. About to wait to get this shit chopped off. It's looking real nice. But yeah, I had some kids around me, so I really couldn't talk, you know what I'm saying, about the motherfucker that popped up at my house, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk, YouTube, like, man, I just been having so much shit going on in my life and whatnot. Like, I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to go away. My brother get out in less than 3 weeks and shit like that, and I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like the old song for Pimp C, you know what I'm saying, when he goes out, I think I'm getting ready to go in, either that, you know what I'm saying, or I'm getting ready, you know what I'm saying, to leave him, you know what I'm saying, and I whole hate it, let me knock on wood, and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, but I done had so many guns pulled out on me. I've been robbed so many motherfucking times and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I keep telling you, man. Like, not last month, 2 months ago and whatnot, I was in an area I had no business being in and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And when I walked out the goddamn door and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I stepped out the door, I had 4 niggas ran up on me, and I got robbed. You know what I'm saying? I got robbed for $300 and whatnot. They pointed a gun to me and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They jumped on me and shit. Like, I seen my life flash before my eyes and shit like that. And you know what I'm saying? All this shit is a true story and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like, I gotta get my life together and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta leave this city that I stay in and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But the only person who has, you know what I'm saying, control and everything on everybody, like, you know what I'm saying, is the man up above and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? Your number's already brought to you, you know what I'm saying, when you born in the world and shit like that. Like, you already got a number, you already got your expiration date. You know what I'm saying? But it's a damn shame that sometimes a person's expiration date comes at you know what I'm saying, the hands of somebody else and shit like that. Like, and these was little kids, man. I swear they were around my daughter age and whatnot, and they robbed me a 300, point the gun to me and robbed me. Like, shit crazy and whatnot. Like, on K's 25th birthday, I was there again somewhere I had no business being at, and me and her both had a gun pulled out on us, and we was robbed that night for $50. You know what I'm saying? That's all he got up out of me and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And like I've been having nightmares and shit. You know what I'm saying? Of me leaving here. You know what I'm saying? And dying from a violent death. Like, real talk. Like if you live by the gun, you die by the gun. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Like, that's why I keep, you know what I'm saying, and keep trying to tell y'all what that, like, I'm not successful. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? Some people choose to walk a different path in life and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I had a good ass job back here like 4 years ago and whatnot, making good ass money. You know what I'm saying? And if y'all, I'm gonna be real with y'all, so from when I first started fucking with KK and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, basically, she didn't took care of me. You know what I'm saying? The whole time we done been together and shit like that. So finally, when I landed this good ass job and shit like that, I moved her out, put her in a nice apartment and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And shit was good for us. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Like, it felt good to get that weight lifted off of my baby and whatnot, and to be, you know what I'm saying, the breadwinner in the relationship. But I lost that job due to somebody else. And so my thing was this how people in urban communities and whatnot get sucked into living a life that they don't want to live in. You know what I'm saying? Either you gotta have a jump shot or you gotta be able to cook crack rock. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Me having a child at 16 and shit like that, it closed more doors than what it opened. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. So I didn't have the choice to. I had it, but I didn't have it because I had to provide for you know what I'm saying, for my child and shit like that. So I didn't go to college. I didn't, you know what I'm saying, I didn't graduate and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I was good as hell at basketball. I had so much that was being promised for me and shit like that, but I had to let everything go because I had to step up and take responsibilities for my actions, you know what I'm saying? I don't regret nothing in life that I have done. Everything has been a learning lesson to me, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, and I have learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? Through these, you know what I'm saying, 33 and a half years that I had lived on Earth. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, like I was sitting there saying, when I lost that job, I went into a depression state. And hanging around the motherfuckers that I was hanging around and whatnot, instead of me being an adult and whatnot, it was like, hey, let me beat these streets. And with the motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, the credentials that I do have and the experience I do have and whatnot, let me beat these streets and better myself. No, I took the motherfucking lazy way out and whatnot, and I got involved in some shit that basically done fucked my life up from the day I got involved into it until now. You know what I'm saying, and shit like that. Yeah, like I was saying, you know what I'm saying, either you gotta be able to shoot a jump shot or motherfucker still, you know what I'm saying, a crack rock, you know what I'm saying? And it pisses me off so bad and whatnot. Because there's nothing out here to offer, you know what I'm saying, us African Americans, period, and whatnot. Like, with me being a lesbian, B being black, and C being a stud and shit like that. Like, I could have the same credentials as this white man, you know what I'm saying, this white dude and whatnot, but I would be overlooked, you know what I'm saying, the job and whatnot, because, you know what I'm saying, I'm a stud and I'm black, you know what I'm saying. But anyways, that's neither here or there and shit like that. But, you know what I'm saying, back to the decisions I made and whatnot, I didn't know that making that decision would fuck up, you know what I'm saying, my life. I didn't do it, you know what I'm saying, whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wish that I can go back and redo everything, because I ain't never, you know what I'm saying, some of y'all might look at me and whatnot and be like, oh yeah, this bitch ain't nothing but a motherfucking troublemaker. This motherfucker probably got all type of felonies. This motherfucker is probably ain't got an education, no nothing, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. She's a typical black, you know what I'm saying, a typical nigga and shit like that. And no, I'm not a typical nigga. You know what I'm saying? I can say that I'm pretty goddamn smart, I'm pretty motherfucking intelligent and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never been in trouble for one. I'm 33 years old, no felonies, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see, back in my young years and whatnot, pretty goddamn good in basketball, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, traveled the world and shit like that. Like, I had a game plan, and it was instilled in me and shit like that, because I came from a broken home and shit like that, you know what I'm saying. My mother, she was 16 years old when she motherfucking had me and shit like that. By the time she was 20, she got 3 kids and shit like that. Was in an abusive ass relationship. Got her ass beat every goddamn day. You know what I'm saying? And what my mama went through and whatnot, I can say that she is the strongest woman that I ever known in my goddamn life. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. Because I don't understand how she did it and shit like that. And this is why I'm so upset with myself and whatnot, because my mama, she had me at 16 years old, and she didn't give up and whatnot. She kept a trucking, went on and did what she had to motherfucking do and shit like that. But she couldn't accomplish nothing until later on in her life, because she had an insecure ass motherfucking nigga that beated her every motherfucking day, and he had a motherfucking alcohol and a motherfucking drug problem, so she couldn't have nothing and shit like that. And by the time that she broke away from shit, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that, man, she was already my age. You know what I'm saying? And I don't give a fuck if y'all ridicule me, you know what I'm saying, judge me after I say this and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? She didn't want me to make the same mistakes that you know what I'm saying, that I made and shit like that. So she decided to take my daughter and raise my daughter, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot for me. You know what I'm saying? But as me looking at it as, hold on, let me see, because I am my man at the barbershop and shit like that. Let me see if it's my turn. Nah, not at all. But it's me looking at it as a chance for me to grow up and motherfucking get my shit done and whatnot, man. I still wanted to run with the wrong crowd and shit like that. And I see what they say when they say it takes a village to raise a motherfucking child and shit like that. This is why I'm so hands-on with motherfucking when I see a kid and whatnot, and they going down the wrong motherfucking road in life, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. Because I got involved in gangs, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Full, you know what I'm saying? Blood all goddamn day long. That's me all day long and shit like that. But when I was sitting back there running with the gangs and shit like that, I didn't know what the fuck I was motherfucking doing. Just like when I made that decision I didn't know what the fuck I was motherfucking doing and shit like that. Don't nobody give a fuck about you except your motherfucking self. You can't depend on nobody. and shit like that. So I walked away from that, you know what I'm saying? And then when I meet kids now these days and they making these same motherfucking decisions and shit like that, want to smoke, drink, run with gangs, tote pistols and shit like that, want to make the fast money and want to fuck up in goddamn school and shit like that, I tell the motherfuckers to walk away from it. You know what I'm saying? Walk away, because it's not good, man. It's not at all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm giving y'all real talk right now, like, the man that I call my daddy that y'all see in the vlogs and whatnot, you know what I'm saying? I found out that he wasn't my father at 8 years old. And from 8 to 12, I looked for my father. Finally met him at 12 years old, and it wasn't good. But from 12 to 16, I still chasing that man. When he found out I was pregnant, I got a phone call from him, and he talked funky to me and shit like that. And that's what started a turbulent ass relationship. And I still chase that man, because I wanted to have a relationship with him. I wanted to know where the fuck I came from. And y'all probably like, damn, this bitch went from talking about, you know what I'm saying, doing some shit into doing this right now and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you that how my mind and shit got all fucked up and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? A little girl, they need their father. You know what I'm saying? That's, and it like dude, like, man, a little girl need their father, and I chased that man, you know what I'm saying? And I chased that man, and I chased that man, and I chased that man, and I chased him until I had to say myself that I can't chase you no more. If you wanna have a relationship, you can have a relationship with me. If not, you know what I'm saying, I'm going about it. But the way I left it alone, it fucked me up. I got a phone call on September the 8th. No, it wasn't the 18th. It was in September and shit like that. And they called and told me that my father had passed. And it fucked me up in my head pretty goddamn bad. You know what I'm saying? Because my father was nothing but 49 years old, but I never knew this man. Like, I was mad and I was upset. I was mad and I was hurt and I was mourning at the same time. But how my feelings was all fucked up and shit like that, I couldn't mourn for a stranger, but at the same time I was mad because I didn't know who my father was. Like, man, hold on a second. So while I'm sitting here waiting to get a haircut, and whatnot, guess I joined into the hype of Powerball. And whatnot, got the tickets, pre-fill that tickets and whatnot. Try to get me some numbers together. Alright. Hey YouTube, my cousin has spent $145 on Powerball tickets. Look at that shit. Hey, nigga ballin' like he got a blind. YouTube. You see KK ugly ass brother? You know what I'm saying? Look at me. YouTube. Bluetooth, my tube, your shoe, no blue. Oh, they didn't make no sense, but oh fucking well. Hey, I'm back. Look at me, check me out. I'm fresher than your bitch ass baby daddy and your whole ass goddamn girlfriend. That bitch you laid down with it goddamn night. It ain't got no swagger, no meaning, no nothing, no excitement in her life, no nothing. Y'all like a heterosexual ass couple. Ran off with the fucking plug. Ain't no mixtape, bitch. We back in here with my cousins again. My cousin-in-laws, I'm playing darts and I'm whooping motherfucking my wife's ass. Now come back. Here, baby. Hold that.
Enemy out that bitch.
fuck you keep getting a bullseye? How the fuck she keep getting a bullseye? Like, she keep winning. I'm finna beat her ass. She ain't gotta worry about it.
Motherfucking good. Some that motherfucking good, man. Some that motherfucking good. What?
You act like y'all fucking want it.
Hey, man, tell me this, man. Why do niggas do that? Now, I don't understand this. KK cuz is one of KK cousins and whatnot. I don't know what's wrong with this motherfucker. I think he's queer. I can't bend over. You know what I'm saying? I can't do shit. This nigga wanna grab my titties. He wanna touch my motherfucking ass and shit like that. I don't know why my baby's letting this shit fly in the motherfucking first place. I wouldn't let my family do that to her. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had to tell this nigga and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It's not that type of party. You know what I'm saying? If you want me to fuck you, I will fuck you. I will take you dead upstairs. We can lay in the 20. I didn't even put you on camera. We can lay in my $2,500 bed and whatnot. I will strap up all 10 inches, no lubrication. You know what I'm saying? And we can get to work. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? I will blow your back out, blow your back out, hey, blow the back out. You know what I'm saying? I make him take that cornrows off and grab him by the hair.
We'll see you guys in a minute.
Long
okay?
hair, don't care. I'm back. Bae sitting here editing and shit like that. But did I finish talking about what I was talking about? But yeah, you know what I'm saying, back to what I was talking about and whatnot, like, man, the choices that I made and shit like that, like, I really, it made me who the person that I am today, and I don't regret nothing and shit like that, nothing at all and whatnot. That's why I was sitting here trying to tell y'all and shit like that. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to start broadcasting, you know what I'm saying, showing y'all my life and whatnot, because you do got, you know what I'm saying, people that's like myself and whatnot that didn't go to college and I'm saying though, man, when my father passed away and whatnot, man, like, it did something to me. Like, it changed the way I thought, the way I acted, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still ain't healed from that and shit like that, but like I said, like, I'm caught, like, you know what I'm saying, like, the way my family did me and shit like that, man, like, that shit was so much fun uncalled for. I really didn't say, you know what I'm saying, my proper goodbyes and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, like, shit was just crazy, you know what I'm saying, and, like, I beat myself up every day because I didn't get a chance to have that relationship with that man. Like, I know who my father is, but at the same time, man, you know what I'm saying, the man that gave birth to me, the man that I wanted so bad throughout my life to have a relationship with, he ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is to y'all niggas and whatnot. If y'all niggas is in y'all daughter's life and in y'all kids' life and shit like that, man, I took my hat off to y'all. Like, I like to see that shit when a man is in their child's life and shit like that, because a man got to mold their son to be a man, you know what I'm saying, and shit like that. And a man also got to show his daughter what type of man she should look for when to date, and also a mother gotta show their daughter what type of man that she can date. Like, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers don't understand that when you a parent, your child is gonna mimic everything you do. Like, fathers, if you sit out here and you sell dope and you mistreat females and everything else you do and whatnot, your son is gonna mimic that shit, and he gonna grow up and he ain't gonna be shit neither in his goddamn life. And women, if you out here got a different nigga in your bed every goddamn night and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, if you date ain't shit niggas and you take care of a nigga that you fucking with, your daughter is gonna think that it's okay to fuck with a motherfucker like that. You know what I'm saying? And I have a 17-year-old child myself, and my biggest fear, because I wasn't really there in her life like that and shit like that, And I know that she's gonna look for love in all the wrong places. My biggest fear is that she's gonna date an ain't shit ass, abusive ass motherfucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's my biggest fear and whatnot, because her daddy wasn't there and shit like that, and I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? But also, I do talk to my child, and I do try to be involved as much as I can and whatnot, and I do let her know that I love her, and then, you know what I'm saying, I do have the conversations with her of what type of motherfuckers to look for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know my subscribers. I don't know at all. It's shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like when you sit back and you look at shit, we as a people, we as African American people, we are so fucked up the way the government has us and shit like that. Like, society got everything set up that the African American, it can't have shit in life. You know what I'm saying? It's okay for a white motherfucker to go out here and go sell dope all goddamn day long. They can sell dope all goddamn day long and whatnot, and they ain't gonna catch no motherfucking charges. You know what I'm saying? And as soon as a nigga get it, and it starts selling dope and whatnot, it's a motherfucking problem. They want to send feds in there and start tapping phones and shit like that, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want the nigga to have shit. But if a nigga's out here selling dope and doing the right thing with selling goddamn dope, you know what I'm saying, just like that, motherfuckers want to legalize marijuana. You want to legalize it when it's okay for the white man to motherfucker selling and shit like that. But as soon as a nigga start was selling the goddamn marijuana, y'all want to throw the motherfucker in jail and shit like that. The same thing with motherfucking crack. You know what I'm saying? And they want to put the shit on us and shit like that. Like, motherfucker, we wasn't the motherfuckers that motherfucking brought crack cocaine. The base of crack is made in Colombia and shit like that. I don't think we was over there in the motherfucking and got them picking the motherfucking shit, melting it down and shit like that, and bringing it over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all, like, motherfuckers need to pick up a book and motherfucking learn and shit like that. Like, the same thing with the Boston Tea Party and shit like that. It's okay as long as the government can make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit with this Powerball shit. That's okay. But at the same time, America's supposed to, we got so many motherfucking homeless people, so many motherfuckers that ain't got shit. We can't afford health care and shit like that. If the motherfucking the Powerball itself is up to $1.3 billion. $1.3 billion. Like, what do one individual person need that much money for? At the same time, y'all playing Powerball like that, put that shit into the motherfucking, in the urban communities and shit like that, and so a motherfucking African American child can have a chance at motherfucking life, so they ain't gotta grow up and sell motherfucking drugs. They ain't gotta grow up and motherfucking the only choices they gotta motherfucking be able to choose from is to play sports, to run a football and shoot a basketball and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing they say that black people is good at. Because when Tiger Woods got the swing of the goddamn golf club, motherfuckers got mad as shit. Tell me, no, Tiger is white. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with Obama and shit like that. When they got no goddamn white in the goddamn office and whatnot, it caused all type of hell. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then motherfuckers is so quick and whatnot to vote for, goddamn it, Donald Trump. And y'all just don't know that as soon as that motherfucker get in the goddamn White House, everything Obama had did and shit like that is gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shit is so motherfucking crazy and shit like that. Like, I was on motherfucking, I'm rambling now, but I was on Facebook a couple of days ago and I was reading and whatnot, and I seen a comment. It was some racist ass shit going on Facebook talking about, oh, the African Americans are the most people that's on welfare and shit like that. No. If you go back and do your research and shit like that, white people are the most people that's on welfare and shit like that, getting food stamps and shit like that, and they turn around committing goddamn insurance fraud and goddamn it food stamp fraud and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so motherfucking crazy, man. It's so motherfucking crazy. Like, God, that I am able to see every bit of my 80s, and I pray that don't nothing bad happen to me and shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like, I just want to share light into the urban community as we are as a whole and shit like that, because on TV and everything else and whatnot, like they so scared to show what, you know what I'm saying, what people of my gender, and you know what I'm saying, and like, it's crazy. Like, sometimes I sit back and I think and whatnot, and I wish that I had adults around me that pushed me to do the right thing and shit like that. Because I ain't even gonna lie, I was a wild ass child. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like authority. I didn't like none of that and shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was the type of motherfucker, man, fuck school. What the fuck school need to do for me? Like, as long as I can count money and shit like that, man, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And now I know that, motherfucker, to be able to be successful in life and to be able to walk the straight, narrow path and whatnot, you need a school. You know what I'm saying? But it's also, you know what I'm saying, I am a product of my environment. You know what I'm saying? Instead of rising to excellence and whatnot, I settled. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. But I paid for it later on in the years and shit like that. So whatever the future hold for me and shit like that, I know that it will be a learning experience and shit like that. But also, I could have been the one to make the choices, to make the right choices and whatnot, instead of being the typical motherfucker and whatnot, and choose the wrong path that I motherfucking chose and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, like, I have a voice and shit like that, and I think with this and shit like that, like, I think I can reach a lot of people and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna share the light and show motherfuckers and whatnot how it really is to be a young, unsuccessful lesbian, you know what I'm saying, couple and whatnot, and show the day-to-day struggles and whatnot, and have a motherfucker try to live the American dream and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Because, yes, in your they always say in your mid-30s and whatnot, that's the time of your life that you're supposed to have your house. Your house is supposed to be, you must have bought your house by now, supposed to have your kids and shit like that, and you're supposed to be in the middle of your motherfucking career and shit like that. You're supposed to have the white picket fence and all that shit. I don't got the white picket fence. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what the fuck I want to do in goddamn life. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to figure that out. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And then at this point, then the rest of the goddamn, your 30 years and whatnot is supposed to be building you up for your retirement. And fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. And the urban community, you're blessed, you know what I'm saying, if you can see 18. You're very blessed if you can see 21. And you're beyond blessed if you can see your goddamn 30s. You know what I'm saying? And how I'm looking at everything now and shit like that. Like, I live every day, day by day. I don't plan for the future. Like, my homeboy asked, not my home, but my daddy asked me, do I want to go fishing next week? The way I'm feeling and whatnot, I don't know if next week is going to come. I don't know if I still be up walking around and shit like that to see next week. Like I said, I live day by day. But you know what I'm saying? I'm up out of here. I hope y'all try to get the message that I was trying to send. It was all rambled up in bits and pieces and shit like that. But I hope y'all
ran off on the floor twice. He started calling, I ain't calling back. He said he dissed me on his last album.